Everybody, thank you for coming to this week's video blog here at California Realty Training. Glad you made it, huh? Long time no see. My name is Robert Rico, and as usual, listen, from the bottom of my heart, I want to bring as much as I can to you to make you that much better in the real estate career. Now, typically they say, per the etiquette rules, that 2 feet, somebody coming, within 2 feet from you is okay, but the minute they cross that 2 feet threshold, they come closer to you, they've in a sense encroached on your personal space, right? Makes us feel what? Uncomfortable, right? It makes you feel uncomfortable. Do we have the right to our personal space? Do we have the right to say, yo, hey, buddy, you're encroaching on my personal space? How about when your neighbor, and I've seen this happen, your neighbor decides he's going to put up a new fence, right? He comes over, knocks on your door, and he said, hey, how you doing? Listen, long time no see. Hey, I've decided to put a new fence between our 2 properties. And don't worry about it. I'll pick up the tab. I'll pay for it. And you, of course, say, wow, what a nice guy. I appreciate that. Yeah, go ahead and put up that new fence. And then about a year, 2 or 3 years go by, and finally you realized he done put that fence over on your property by 1 foot. Now that's encroachment. He took away 2 feet of your property or 1 foot of your property, whatever it is. He took a piece of your land, put it on his side. How would you like that? You wouldn't like it, right? That's called encroachment. Now, why is knowing about this stuff important to you? Well, I'll tell you why. There are times when you own a piece of property. And when you own that piece of property, there are occasions when a complete stranger, being a neighbor or somebody, will start crossing your land, right? Let's assume you live out in the country, right? You live out in the country, you have this 1 acre land. And there's a piece of the land, the one that's way in the back, that you never visit. But your neighbor back there tends to use, I don't know, that piece of corner of your land every day. He gets in his little, his little diesel truck, and he uses it to unload some kind of stuff. And he's been using that little piece of your land, for the last 5, 6, 7 years. And it's not bothering you any. It doesn't bother you. After all, you're not using that piece of land way back there. Well, believe it or not, since he's been doing it for so long, many states will now say that this gentleman who's been crossing your land now has rights to this land. They now have rights to your land. Why? Because they have been using it over and over and over. That's called adverse possession. It's very unusual laws. And every state in the United States has its own laws. But when it comes to California, if somebody goes onto somebody's land and uses it over and over and over again, 5 years or more, believe it or not, they have the rights to that land. We're talking about homes even. We're talking about complete homes. If somebody goes into a vacant home, the home is, let's assume, has been vacant in this neighborhood forever. It's a huge eyesore. And let's assume it's got foreclosed on. And somebody notices this. And they move in. And they live in it like no big deal. And they turn on the electricity and they're living in there. And they pay the taxes on it. They say, you know what, I'm going to move in and make this joint my own. Based on that first possession of the state of California, they may have rights to this home. This home can be theirs now. Why is it important to make sure you understand the title of a house? Ready? Here we go. Now you got the title of a house. Got it? The deed, the title, the preliminary title. On this preliminary title, number one, you have those who've owned this house in the past. You'll have all the liens on the house. You'll have easements that this house may have. You'll have encroachments that this house may have now become adverse possession. You have all kinds of stuff on this document here. You with me? Now, it's important to know that because many people are going to say, you know what, I think I want to sell my house. I'm going to sell my house today. And the buyer comes along, and the buyer says, hey, I'll buy your house. Show me the preliminary title report. And you show them the preliminary title report, which has all the information on there. And on there it says, there's an easement on your house. The easement on your house now. You think the buyer's going to want it? Probably not. Maybe not. Maybe they do. I don't know. I wouldn't. Because now you're letting a complete stranger go across your land, and they have the right to do so based on the easement laws. Now this piece of paper here, this title report here, gives all the information. So when you got somebody who wants to sell their house, first thing I want you to do is I want you to review that title report with them. And make sure it's squeaky clean, that you want to make sure that there are no negative surprises on here. Because if you catch a negative surprise, you might not be able to sell that house until all these surprises are taken care of. You with me? Is this important? Absolutely. This is what's going to make you sell the house quick or have to take care of a few of these items that you did not expect to be on here. Got it? Good. If you have any questions regarding this topic, man, please write us an email, make a comment down below, and if you haven't subscribed already, listen, I love you. What are you waiting for? Subscribe down below and have a great week.